would you like to have an astrological consultation with me at a price that I guarantee you will be able to afford? I am presently offering consultations by offering. You just make an offering in the link that you see just above. Add in the message section, because there will be a message section on the page as well, that you would like to have a consultation, and I will reach out to set something up with you. If at first you don't succeed, they say, try and try again. But are they the ones who are really having to do the trying? And let's face it, if they were the ones who were having to try as hard as you feel like you're having to try at this particular moment in time, would they be sitting on the other end so easily saying, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again? You see, because it's really easy to make a judgment of how hard somebody is trying or how little someone is trying when you're sitting on the side looking at the situation rather than being in there getting your hands dirty. But at the same time, when you're in there getting your hands dirty, sometimes the level of exhaustion that you're feeling with the circumstances that you're involved in will color your vision of the situation that you're dealing with. You may find yourself with this particular full moon energy as if you feel like, well, you're getting tired of trying, right? You feel like you're putting a lot of energy and effort into a situation. And with that, you're inside of you, you feel like, okay, well, I'm doing this because I know that this stands a chance of a breakthrough. I'm doing this because I know and I trust that this will go somewhere. And so you believe in it. And because you believe in it wholeheartedly, there is one part of you that feels that you're invincible. I can handle this. I've got it. I'll be able to deal with it. But there's also a part of you that's feeling a little bit, well, embattled because you're dealing with a lot of resistance as you're putting that energy out. And as you're feeling that resistance, well, you're beginning to feel like your opportunities are withering. And so there is a part of you that's trying to convince yourself, because you feel like your opportunities are waning, that you're still immortal and you can handle this. And then there's another part of you that knows on a certain level that you have a lot of potential, you have a lot of strength. After all, the divine operates through you, but you're somehow convinced that you're just a weak, puny, 90-pound weakling that's not going to be able to handle it. But luckily for you, you have a choice at this particular moment in time about which side of that battle you want to take place in. With this particular full moon in Jyeshtha nakshatra, Jyeshtha energy can quite often make us feel like we're caught in a battle. And the more deeply we focus on the battle, the bigger the struggle is going to seem. In addition to that, with Jyeshtha, there's quite often the tendency to let one's vision get clouded. Your senses aren't clearly picking up on the energy within a particular scenario. And at the time of this full moon, because every full moon, for those of you who may not know this, is a sun-moon opposition. So the sun is directly opposite Jyeshtha nakshatra and sitting in Mrigashira nakshatra. Now, Mrigashira brings the power of fulfillment. But the way that it does that, it sounds like it's a really wonderful thing, but probably a more apt assessment of it would be the power of seeking fulfillment. And if you're seeking something, there's a part of you that is not really feeling like it's readily available to you. As a matter of fact, there's an energy with Mrigashira that has a tendency to make it feel like your resources are diminishing, and so you're trying to make do with with what little that you have in order to make a whole lot happen with that particular scenario. And for those of you who might be feeling that at this particular moment in time, again, you can have a consultation with me simply through making an offering at the link that you'll see above. And all you have to do is drop in the message section the word consultation. But with the sun in Mrigashira, it can make it feel to you like your opportunities are diminishing. And in addition to this, what's also happening is we've got an influence from Saturn in Uttara Bhadrapada. And with Saturn in Uttara Bhadrapada, the energy is a bit weak. Saturn is the planet of withering and diminishing in and of itself. And in Uttara Bhadrapada, it's trying to show you that there's a blind spot that you're not aware of, right? And with that particular influence, it's causing one part of you to go, well, am I just imagining that I have the strength and the wherewithal to deal with this? Or am I somehow convincing myself that I don't have the strength and the wherewithal to deal with this? The truth of the matter is, you do have the strength and the wherewithal to deal with this. And a lot of the struggle that you're involved in will diminish the moment that you decide to see that you're not really involved in a struggle. You're only involved in a struggle in as much as you're creating a struggle from within yourself and projecting it onto the screen of your life in front of you. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're going, yeah, but things seem pretty difficult right now. Of course they do. Of course they do. And I'm not suggesting that they're not difficult, but they get a lot more difficult the more you focus on how much you're struggling, right? So the choice is to go, I choose to recognize that I can respond to the situation, I can take action, I can deal with the opposition, but I don't have to approach the situation as if everything that's involved is a struggle. The more you do that, of course, the more tired that you're going to become, right? The less you do that, the more you will align with that potential which is within you, which will help you to get the job done. That's going to do it for this look at the full moon in Jyeshtha Nakshatra, which takes place overnight from the 10th to the 11th of June 2025, dependent upon where on the planet you are. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. No, 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 backtrack. I don't mean to say that dependent upon where you are on the planet, take the very best care of yourself. I mean to say everybody take the very best care of yourself, and that the full moon will either be on the 10th or the 11th, dependent upon where you live. But I think you got that. Bye.